What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Roxette. And we're returning, not for this album, more on that in a moment, but we're returning for the 1999 album Have a Nice Day. Now I have to say, in the last couple reactions people were mentioning the upcoming album, and they were referring to it as HAND, which I get it, Have a Nice Day, as an acronym, but I got my brain confused, and so then when I looked in the Discogs Roxette catalog, I was like, wait, there's no album with the word hand in it. I'm so confused. And then it dawned on me, oh yes. I did want to also give a shout out to Yun, who a long time ago helped me with a lot of Roxette's material, but I have to point out, this is the last album I have in zip file form. I was going to say PDF, and my brain knew that was incorrect. Now, I'm sure this is something that I could be helped with, but Room Service, and there's Good Karma, and I think there's one before Good Karma, so there's a few other albums that I don't have. Now, as you can see, I do have Charm School in physical copy, thank you again to Michaela, as well as the Bag of Tricks from the Vaults compilation, thank you again to Michaela, but I don't have a few of the upcoming albums. Now, I'm sure this could be something that is rectified. Jeebus, I'm looking at you. Nevertheless, I did want to mention that before we start going through this album, just so we can have everything prepared by the time we finish it. In any case, as I said, we're up to Have a Nice Day, 1999, moving to a different time period sonically when it comes to popular music. Obviously, by the late 90s, a lot of electronic sounds, not just synth pop, but more overt electronic dance was coming into the mainstream, something that I experienced as someone who began going to rave parties in the mid to late 90s, and obviously what I was hearing at some of those parties was different than the electronic music that was making its way into the mainstream, like the Crystal Method and so on. Nevertheless, I wouldn't be surprised if I hear a slightly enhanced electronic dance sound on the album. That's just a speculation, but it occurred to me when I was thinking about the time frame of this album relative to what we've heard already. I'm sure we'll still hear lots of synth rock and maybe some ballads along the way, but yeah, I had that in mind. In any case, the first track is Crush on You. So, is that right? Make sure that's right? Yeah, Crush on You. So, a crush, generally speaking, we're talking about a romantic affection or attraction and interest. Now, usually you say that towards someone or about someone that you're not actually with, and whether you know them or not, meaning you can crush on someone who's actually in your personal life and maybe you haven't revealed your feelings to them, but maybe you could also crush on a celebrity, so a singer, an actress, something like that. So I feel like the word crush, it works on different levels and you hear it in different contexts, but to crush on you suggests more the context of someone in your life, and maybe openly, very publicly, saying, to the other person directly, or at least in your mind you're talking to them directly. So I wonder if that's what it'll be about. I'll see what I can pick up on a first listen. This is Roxette, the track is Crush on You, and it's the first tune from their 1999 album, Have a Nice Day. Left, right there. It's nice when things come together like that. I think I heard a little acid in there too at the opening.
I'm a zombie in the moonlight. I'm sleeping when it's daylight. I really should be alright, but I'm feeling kinda uptight. I'm messing with a neighbor who cleaned my amber fender. He looks so sweet and tender. It's hard to tell his gender. Got coffee on the paper. My dog's an alligator. I want you now and later. I got a crush on you.
That guitar effect you hear from the Shnootz.
I'm renting the wrong movie. I'm laughing at the wrong guy. I'm driving on the wrong side. My brain is getting cockeyed. The flag is never checking. Can't find my upbeat records. Gotta give a little loving. The money's in the oven. Got dead flies in my scotch with ice. My talent's always vaporized. I want you, but pharmacy. No lessons learned from history. No future in the factory. No meaning in the poetry. No changing in the weather. No Elvis in the leather. I want you now or never. I got a crush on you. On you. I got a crush on you. On you. I got a crush on you. On you. Yeah, I got a crush on you.
If Marie is doing some vocalizations and flourishes, you're not allowed to fade. I think that's standard law at this point. Nevertheless, I did not hear that tune in advance, so it's very funny to me that I do that intro thinking, hey, maybe along the way at some point on this album we might hear some dance floor, trancey type of sounds, and we start with a track like that, which still had guitar, it still had both of them on vocals, so it wasn't, overtly like a rave style track like Eurotrance or anything, but it definitely was heading in that direction. So yeah, that was nice timing on the part of Roxette to back up my speculation. Nevertheless, I enjoy the verses a lot. There's a lot of comedy there, there's a lot of funny lines, there's a lot of lines that you can take with a bit more like, oh, that's real, that's, haven't learned lessons from history, definitely, that's humanity in a nutshell. So I enjoy the creativity of the verses. I enjoy hearing Per and Marie on a track always, and this was maybe reversed, where sometimes you hear Marie for the verses and the majority of the tune, but Per will come in with backing vocals in the chorus, whereas this one, Marie does the chorus, Per does the verses. It's one of those tracks like, there's a couple versions of it now. The original one, is it Springsteen? Who does the We Didn't Start the Fire? Where there's just so many references being made in every verse that you kind of have to go back and hear it a couple times, like, oh, right, I know that reference too, and that one too. So I feel like there's some lines in there that I just sort of heard in passing, and, laughing at something like, my dog is an alligator, or whatever it was. It sort of messes you up for the next line, because you're still thinking about that and laughing, so definitely got to digest some of the lines a little bit more. I enjoy those dead pause moments before the chorus comes in. I enjoy the sort of sharp, shiny acid flourishes, not like a major feature, not like a recurrent part of the electronic sonics, but definitely in there a little bit. So yeah, and the kick drum, which you always notice a kick drum more when the track gets very stripped down and you can just hear it without the hi-hat clap rhythm, where it's just that pounding kick. So in those moments where it minimized the tune a little bit, I definitely noticed that the kick had a bit of oomph to it. So sonically, I enjoyed a great deal. Lyrically, I was amused. And again, Marie, there were a couple moments where she really hit it a little higher and a little hotter, so enjoy that as well. Definitely a good opening to the album, so looking forward. I was thinking, oh, that's the album, but that's not actually the album. I talked about that at the beginning. I have to remember my own words. But yes, definitely looking forward to this, knowing that, again, by this time I was more involved in a lot of different styles of music and was aware that a slightly more commercial version of the dance music I was hearing every weekend was finding its way into TV shows and movie soundtracks and indeed onto the radio. So yeah, the late 90s, early 2000s is a very interesting time period for me when it comes to music, just based on my own personal history, and hearing now a group I've come to know through their 80s material, through their early 90s material. It'll be very interesting to hear this album as we go ahead. So in any case, shout out to all the people who've shared Roxette to me, or with me. You are very much appreciated. Let me know what you think of this tune. I will see you next time. Peace.